Hello, folks. Matt with Copper Owl Coins, and we are doing some DDO hunting today. I'm doing a little bit different format. Going to try StreamYard out, and that way we can do a little more panel style interaction if somebody's interested in that. But we will be hunting for DDOs. Hello, Chew. Good to see you. Welcome in, Raquel Jr. Good to see you. I promised you it would be a pop-up style, so I wasn't too sure when or where it would be, but that's how we have it. So I'm having some screen jittering. I'm not sure what's going on there. Strange. It does not like to be full screen, so that's okay. I think this will work anyway. So we'll just leave it like this. Hey, JC likes Pam. Sam Wilson, happy Labor Day to everybody. It's a long haul over the summer to get to Labor Day, isn't it? It's about 2 months between um, 2 months between the 4th of July and here. It feels like it's long because it's usually long and hot. So anyway, let me see if I can make a change here real quick. That's too big. There we go. That'll be just about, I think that's just about right there. There we go. All right. So, hey, Joseph Lopez, you did make it. So, long and hot. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Paul Brenneman, you're up there where it's a little cooler. Hope you're doing well, my friend. So, I was up pretty late last night, so I slept in today. Took advantage of that day off to do so. And, I figure we're going to look at some, 100 degrees today. Well, I guess not so cool. We always like to think that you're further north and that it's cooler, but I guess maybe that's not the case. So Tomic D from Poland, I believe. Welcome in. So we're reaching around the world today. So what time do you have there in where you're at, Tomic? I would guess that it's at least close to midnight. I'm not sure. But at any rate, we have a lot of half dollars to look at. Let's see, just by a quick glance, I'm going to guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Yeah, almost half a box worth of half dollars we're going to look at that for possible DDOs. So Sam Wilson's here. He's going to keep me honest. But we'll start off. We're going to go in the order of Lori Camarista. And by the way, if anybody wants to come up and join me on the panel, I kind of did this format on purpose. If anybody wants to do that, feel free to come on up. I'll put the link out there. There. It is up there now. There's always a chance that we've got kids that are kind of working on that last minute homework before school starts again tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Recognize that scope base? Yep. That's it. Paula Abrams, good to see you. So let's get started. We got Lori Camarista's, the 10 rolls that she had. We're going to look through those set asides first. Then we're going to make it on to Jim Cantor's. we'll jump ahead to Janelle Sonoda's. That's going to take care of the 10 roll purchases that we have. And then Stan Horn had the rest of the rolls yesterday, 70 rolls. So he by far has the largest collection of this, probably more than everybody else combined. So so we're going to roll through those. The stands will take a little longer, so we're going to save it to the last. So let's just kick things off. See if we can find a little bit extra to put in the pocket or in the pouch that we send to people with their goodies. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that link into the chat if anybody wants to jump on there and join me. You're more than welcome. Let's see. Looks like okay. All right, let's start on some 77D. We're looking for doubling in the word trust here. And Sam, if I'm off base, I'm willing to learn a few things. I know you know your varieties and errors pretty good, so it's about a quarter of them. So not a problem, Sam. I understand. And I think I saw on Amazon that my new computer printer was about 8 stops away. So that might show up here soon too. Pretty excited about getting labels printed and on packages and getting those in the mail today. I didn't realize that Amazon would be delivering today. I thought maybe they had the day off, but I guess not. For this one, we're initially looking at the S. It should have east to west doubling. There should be more doubling on the R's and the T's and U's in the word trust, but there's other markers we can look at. I'll show you those if we find them. You bet. Thank you for sharing us out. That would be awesome. We'll just go as long as we have time or until we run out of coins. So hopefully the audio is good for everybody. Try to go through these quickly, but not so quickly that you guys can't get a flavor for what we're doing. So this is the part of the experience that I don't always get to broadcast. So really just taking advantage of it today so that we can do it. Now these 72 fillies, we'd be looking at some doubling right there at the bottom serifs of the T and the R. A little harder to find. Those are some of the places at least I start to look at them at. There's other doubling that would be present. I'm just trying to find the most noticeable areas to where I could go look at other markers on these to see, do we have something or not? So not expecting a big crowd on this one. It wasn't a planned. It was not a planned stream with a comment video or anything like that. But if you guys want to leave comments on it, that's fine. I'll certainly take the likes. Figured it would just be a little bit of fun. So when we find the 72 Philly DDOs, they are usually a treat. So I'm going to skip over the 72s. There you go, Joseph. They are. The 71Ds have a couple of them. The primary one, the FS 101, is going to be right here in trust. The FS 102, I think I've seen, has something to do with extra metal along the left side of the B. maybe some doubling down here in God We Trust. I don't normally look for that one just because that's two of them that we look for. But anyway, certainly not turning a blind eye to it. It's just a kind of a matter of time versus effort versus reward for me. And I'd love to look for every single thing that's out there, but yeah, that's kind of hard to do with the schedule I get to keep. So another stack of 71s. We'll look at a lot of 71s. You can find doubles on these. You can find the DDOs. We found several. If we kind of get skunked on these, then I'll maybe break out some examples that I've got. Maybe we can look at them just to prove they're out there. It can be found. Hey, Hunter Boucher. Hunter, you won the $5 credit on the Ghost Race last night from me. So congratulations to you. That was kind of a last minute decision I made to put that out there, and so you won it. I'm kind of looking at the tops of the U and the diagonal leg of the R for the initial doubling. If I see it in both places, then there is other areas to check. Do that if we need to. It's a nice one here. It's nice when we have a really light wear, things like that. Please, I was able to make it until I found an entire other box of coins. Well, that's the one thing about our coins. They take up space, don't they? If you get enough of them. Although I literally only have only $9.50 in the collection. One of them happens to be a variety. That's cool. Yeah. Stick around, Tomic. Maybe I will pull up an email and we can just talk through it here if there's time. This will take a little time. Okay, so these are going to be the 72D. We're going to look on the back for the no FG. Where you see the FG right there, you would see metal just as flat as the fields here. If it is a no FG, some that get really close, and we want them to be there, but they're not all the way there. That's kind of what makes it a little tough. These I can go fairly quickly through because, see, that F has started to be polished down and the G is still strong. So that's kind of on its way to becoming a no FG. It's not it completely. I don't know what is going on upstairs. A pack of elephants running around. These, if I see even a hint of it, I'm just moving on. Almost closer. So, all right. Well, that takes care of Lori Camaristas. We didn't find anything extra, so what I usually do now is I will close out her envelope from yesterday and prepare it for shipping. And so now I can do that. Hey, Dagger Cards. Oh, that's fine. Usually it's 2 o'clock on Sundays, Central Time. We're on for about 4 hours, but no, this is kind of a special occasion where we have the day off and I can do this, so we're doing it. Pretty good on the Kennedys. Kennedys have nearly all of them, but for the NIFCs and both 64, I also have a handful of the Walkers, a few Benjis. Yeah, we I've got all the Kennedys except for the 2023s. I still haven't seen one in my hand yet. And so far as the Benjis, let's see, what is it? I'm down to 1, 2, 3. I need 5 Benjis, and I haven't even really started on the Walkers. I've got, 20 or 30 of them, but I haven't tried to organize a book on those yet. I've got one that should be coming sometime soon. Might be time for me to just say, go ahead and close the wallet and send it, because I thought I'd be getting more to send in there, but pennies though, so far as all the modern ones, wheat cents until now, with the 23s, I just need a 23 Philly to fill in the most recent one. But so far as my Dansko book goes, I've got all of them except for the 09 SVDB and the 22 No D. And I think I've got 4 Indian heads that I need. I've got the 2 years of Flying Eagles and the varieties there. Nope, hardly anybody's got the 1856. I don't know why they even opened up a spot for that one. But then, going back beyond that, I think I've got about a quarter to a third of the large cents. But the further you go back, the closer you get to the beginning of the mint, harder it's going to be to get them. So we're going to move on to Jim Cantor's 1971 Denvers. Since these first 3 folks only have, well, so far as business strikes, yes. Heart, definitely the most rare. So far as error coins, 43 copper and 44 steel are right up there among all coins in terms of just the kings of all finds. But yeah, I'm going to work on getting 09S VDB. I'm going to work on getting one of those. Yep. For sure. Yep. Michael, I recently had a purchase from a lady at a garage sale. Got about 3,000 wheat cents, and she had them rolled up into tubes. I wasn't sure if the dates on them were accurate, and it turns out they were. She had a full roll of 09s and 4 of, I checked them all for S mint marks. See, 09 anything. See, 09 Philly, yeah, you're excited when you find one, no doubt. And if you can find an 09 Philly with a VDB on it, that $3 penny probably just went up to about $10 or $15. If you find anything with an S on it, then you're instantly up into about 100 to hundreds of dollars for that, depending on its condition. You find the 09S VDB, that one, even in poor shape, is going to be $400 to $600. My struggle there is making sure I get one that is not a fake. Which probably means spending a little extra. Yeah, '09 was a crazy transitional year, right? Because you had the 1909 Indian head as well, and you had the 1909 S Indian head, which is super hard to find. So 1909 was all about those hard to find Indian and wheat cents, right? I hear you there, Michael. And yeah, every once in a while, what I found that helps give me a little bit of relief from that stress on things like that, because I part with money, $5 just casually. It it can it can wear on me. It's kind of crazy to say, but um, what I did at the Tulsa Coin Show this year, we're on to on to 72 Phillies here now for Jim Cantor. Um, what I did was I just basically saved a little, saved a little, saved a little, and then I had a budget that I wanted to be willing to spend in, and I was able to get a awesome example of a, let's see, what was it, 1878 S trade dollar. I'd wanted a trade dollar for a long time. They always seem to be a little pricey, and with the help of a couple of friends there at the show, I was able to both validate that the silver content was what it should be, and I also had somebody look it over condition wise to make sure it hadn't been cleaned or wasn't counterfeited or anything like that, and help negotiate some price on it. And I had two options. I went with the more expensive option, which is kind of out of character with me, but I could easily see for the extra $100, it was well worth it to get a better example. We're on to 73 Denvers now. Looking for that east-west on the S. Yep. Oh, I hear you, Michael. That's definitely one way to go about it. Or I'm sorry, that was Tomic's comment. Yeah, now I know why you want to work that trade so hard with me. That's your mode of doing business. All right. I get it now. Gonna look at the 70-70 north-south doubling on the S. Not seeing it. Now we have the 72Ds for Jim Cantor. We'll look at no FG possibilities here. Nothing on those. Does anybody want to come up and join me on panel? We can chit chat on there and give everybody a show. Everybody's interested, I'll drop the link out there. Shimpy. Hey, Shimpy. Yeah, I hear you there. I kind of always fell in love first with pennies. That was, well, and part of the reason my name is what it is on screen name. See, there's one that's getting closer to being that no FG. The polish had been going on and had worn down the nice crisp finish of the detail of the F and G, but it's not quite worn down to where it's flat metal there. So yeah, pennies. Ooh, that one's even closer. If you look at that, you would say, well, that might be an OFG. Well, you can still see the kind of the root of the F and G there. Yeah, I'll take a look at that one because we're under pretty high magnification with the scope. I'll take a look at it with just a loop. And if I can still see it there, then, I can still see it when you look at it with some level of scrutiny. I think it's really close, but it's not quite there. It's probably a couple more series when it was struck away from being that. So that's a pretty close one. Hello, truly amazing. Yeah, my grandmother would, or my great grandmother would give me the chance to go through her old Folgers coffee can. She kept a lot of old pennies and coins in there, and I didn't get to like rate it hard and take everything in one night. It was always kind of like, well, you can pull out one or two and take them home, maybe three, all that. And over the years, I finally had, and I still have these set apart from everything else, is the original 200 wheat pennies that I got from her, as well as some Indian head cents and things like that. About 25 coin books now. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I didn't realize I've got 38 and we're working hard on them. Hello to Todd. Now we're going to do the same thing for Janelle Sonoda. And we'll start with her 71Ds and look at those. If anybody wants to come up that's new in here to the chat and wants to come up and join me on panel, we can do that. Just let me know and I will put the link out there. In fact, why don't I just put the link out there? If anybody wants to do that, there's the link. You can come up and say hi. If you don't have time or just want to come up for a short time, that's fine too. Always fun to have somebody else to talk to. Invisible River Ranch, how are you? I bet this is the first time we've had a chance to say hi. So welcome in. Hopefully you'll like what you see. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do. All right, 71Ds for Janelle Sonoda. So far, we're not finding too much to get excited about. You're a lurker. That's all right. Not a problem. No requirement that you have to come up. So stuff on the base of the neck. That one, I think that's normal. Let's take a look. Yeah. Not sure what that is. It's there on most of them. Almost designer's initials. Okay. Yeah, he kind of hid that in there pretty good, didn't he? One thing about doing it in this format is I don't have the examples of what we're looking for to be able to show you that. I would guess that that's probably engraver's initial, like you're saying, because on the back you have the FG. That's the artist initial or designer initial, we'll call it. So it'd be nice if we found one here, be able to show it off. And one last one. If you like the 71Ds, this is the last one of the smaller amounts that we had. The next for Stan Horn, he's got just over 9 rolls of them. So you'll get to see plenty of those coming up. So let's go over to the 72 Philly and look for that along the bottom of the T and the R. I was hoping somebody might like to come up and join me on the panel. Get this done, and then I'll probably have all that lines streaking out from the middle. It's kind of where the metal gets pushed into shape. Yeah, physical damage is one thing, but minting damage or minting errors is kind of its own separate thing. Okay. We can hardly tell what those initials are, but how common are 72 DDOs? Well, that's always a tough question because who knows how many of them really got out there on anything. But yeah, it's hard to say how many are actually out there to know how rare they are. But so far as what I've seen, I've only seen I've only personally found 1 or 2, and I mean, since I started going through these all half dollars that we've searched in the last couple of years, about 130,000 of them now. So figure anywhere from a quarter to a third of those would be. So I mean, let's just call it simple numbers. 120,000. Let's say that a quarter of those, so 30,000, might be DDO potentials from the 70s, and then gosh, these are like 10% of those. So out of 3,000, I found 2. 1 or 2. I can't remember off the top of my head. Here's one that's marked, but I thought we'd go ahead and look at it anyway, just to be sure. I haven't found too many 73Ds either. Found one recently. Good to see you, Gregory Freeman. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're still in pain, but a little holiday barbecue should sound good. It does to me. I'm getting hungry again. Hold on. What was that? Oh, it's just a little physical damage. like 18 of you are in here. G-Dub, good to see you again. Been seeing a lot more of you here lately. Look at some 72Ds for no FGs, for Lori, for Janelle Sonoda. Fortunately, it looks like we're probably gonna, of the 4 folks that donated yesterday, 3 of them are not going to have anything additional to add. That one's getting closer. So Stan Horn might be the one. He's got by far the most coins to look at, but we will see if it stands up to where he gets anything. We didn't find any 74 DDOs during the stream yesterday. That one's getting even closer there. You can kind of see that F almost disappears. But the G is still there. Sorry, guys. I'm just still kind of like dealing with staying up way too late. I hung out with Coin Around folks after stream yesterday, and I think we're up till about 3 a.m. Let me see if we've got anything that gives a little music in the background. The screen doesn't like that. Don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but might be kind of cool. Let me check the Amazon here. All right, it looks like it's here. Yes. Says it just delivered. Can't wait to dig in. All right. So let's dig into you guys hear any music there at all? I hear it just fine. We're going to get into Stan Horn's 71s. We're going to be on 71s for a while. We'll get through them. We might switch out. Sometimes looking at the same one over and over again just wears my eyes out. Kind of makes the brain go to sleep too. Damn, gotta quit talking about being so tired. Easy Coins and Todd, welcome in. Uh-oh, we got the Tasman in the basement. Let's add him in. Hello, Tasman.
Good afternoon. How are we doing?
Not too bad. Just you know what we're doing here.
Oh yeah, it's
You've seen
it
it before.
The 70s, hunt. The 70s were a good decade for me.
Hey, I like to think I was part of the 73D generation there. So that's the closest mint to where I was born, anyway.
Oh, that's part of the 76. All those crummy coins that came out.
Oh yeah.
Well, of course, they started in 75.
I was gonna say, you find one with a 75 on it, though, it might be worth your while.
Yeah, if I could find one, that would be awesome.
Might want to
have it checked out
for authenticity, though. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty much figured it's going to be fake if it is.
At least on the the half, the quarter, and the. Well, they didn't do anything with the dime. I think it was just the halves and the quarters. Everything else could have a 75 on it because they made them. Oh, and the Ike dollars. That's the other one. Ooh, look what we found when you showed up.
Oh yeah.
I think that might be one. Sure looks like it at the tops of the at the U and the diagonal of the R.
Pop it up a little. Pop it up to the T and see if you got that extra. See if you got any extra.
Get the right light on it. Kind of looks like it, but yeah, I think you can kind of see the line through the top of it.
A little bit. It's not. It's not a lot.
For whatever reason, that's just like I can never really figure out why we have dark on here in some places and not in others. There, that's
Where?
better. Get it back up there again. I think that's enough to call it. Left side
looks like you got a little extra on the bottom, unless that's just damage. I can't really tell. And it looks like on the left lower part of the T, on the bottom there, you got a little extra metal there. At least that's what it looks like. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Cool.
I definitely do not say I'm a expert on 71 DDOs.
Looks like
I don't even hardly look at those.
Raleigh Robson. He's part of the 73 Club too. There we go. I think I'm going to call that a DDO. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yep. The worst it could be is, oh well, it's not.
Yeah, it'd be kind of one of those that maybe Variety Vista has a little bit of a listing for, but it's not a major one. Oh my goodness, look at that one. That's what we call post-mint damage.
Just a little bit. Oh, so have you seen the addition to my stream? Yep.
Maybe I haven't.
He's coming up.
Have it on yesterday? Oh my goodness, looky there. I love that idea, man. I think that'll pay dividends for you there.
Yeah, I had him here yesterday. I had him sitting off to the side, and I didn't bring him up. But we still found a 65. Found one silver.
Good deal.
It's the only thing I found. It was too bad Walker didn't. I gave Walker a choice. I had 40 rolls left. He took 20 of them. Yeah. I said, you can take whatever 20 you want. And he just said, oh, just give me the next 20. And it was in the last 20. But yeah, it was all right. He ended up giving the I gave him a quarter and a dime or something like that for, I think that's what it was.
Oh, nice.
For the donation. And he ended up giving it away as an EOS.
Did you see what I did for Stan yesterday?
That might have been when I was out.
It might have been. He had the whole first box. And I haven't had somebody buy a whole box in a while, so I haven't had to worry about doing like a skunk thing.
Right.
I've never really settled on exactly what to do about it. It's not like I have a bunch of extra ASEs or just gobs of 90s to give away or anything like that. But I thought, it's kind of rare that we sell out a full box, so let's just do this. I've got the 90s, I've got the quarters. Usually I do 2 90s and a quarter for buying the box. Well, if you get skunked, I just doubled it.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
He ended up getting 4 90s and 2 quarters before we did anything. He had 11 NIFCs, one of which was an 87 keeper. So I did another quarter for him for that. And then we got to his 5 bag pulls, and it just goes nuts. 2 more
90,
quarters,
90.
a 90, a 40. Yeah, I'm just like, I
And
couldn't
when
do
I
that
get a
if I
pull,
have him
it's
sitting out here looking at him.
and then when I get a pull, Indian head, war nickel.
Yeah. Just some days go that way, right?
Yeah.
It's a
But
little crazy.
well, I have not had anybody buy the whole box yet.
Yeah. What are you charging for yours?
$2 a roll.
Okay.
But I did pick up two more subs yesterday. I'm all the way up to
Deal.
527 now.
Hey,
I'm
there's the
working my
Irish
way up.
collector.
Hey, Irish Corrector, how you doing? He stopped into my stream yesterday.
Oh, that's cool. Are you able to hear this music?
No, I don't hear
Oh,
anything.
really? Well, it
Of
makes
course,
me
it could be
happy to
that
hear.
mom and the wife are goobly gobbling in the background too.
Uh, well, it's good to see you, Irish collector. I'm glad you did stop in. It's been a few weeks.
Oh, all of a sudden we have
Got,
some clouds coming in.
oh yeah.
Maybe we'll get a little rain. We could use a little.
Oh,
We haven't
we need
had
some
really
rain
any
back.
rain since the floods.
Yeah, probably back around what, mid-July or something.
Something like that. Early July
Yeah.
was, or was it? I can't even remember. All I know is just there was a big portion of this city that was flooded.
Yeah. We haven't had much in the way of rain in weeks.
Yeah,
My
it's been
grass is just brown, thin.
Robin
Hey,
Miller.
Robin Miller.
I haven't seen that name in a while.
Yeah. We're getting a few
Or at least
names
on my, at least on mine anyway.
yeah. Well, we're getting a few names that we haven't seen in a little while, or maybe even a few new ones like Visible River Ranch. I don't think
I've never seen that name before.
we've had here before, but happy to have them. Visible River, if you're liking what you see, I'll always take another sub. And if you get a chance, check out Tasman, this guy down here. Tasman Coins is his channel.
Yeah, this is the only thing bad about being on StreamYard. Oh, I guess I can go back this way. Here, I can do it this way. Unless it's not up. Oh shoot. Did I get it in? Yep,
Should
there it
be.
is. Yep, there it is.
See, that's the thing. I don't have Streamlabs open. I think it's just kind of attached to the whole YouTube thing.
It is.
Somehow, some way, because it doesn't matter what I open, it works.
Yeah. I know a
It's
lot of
kind of
times
creepy,
when
but
if I
cool too.
yeah, look at it. It says Streamlabs.
Yep.
When I do my exclamation point winner, that's StreamYard. It uses StreamYard to do that.
Okay.
But I'm opening Streamlabs, so they just must intertwine somehow.
Yeah, because I mean, how would that work if I've never opened Streamlab before?
StreamYard, I have since I use the free version. I only have like 5 hours of streaming that I can do.
Yeah.
But I never record it on StreamYard. I always let it record on YouTube.
Right.
So, but I've never done a 5-hour stream either.
You should try it. It's so fun.
My longest one was my 500 sub. I did 2 hours and like 52 minutes or something. That was a long stream for me.
It's amazing how much it actually kind of knocks the punch out of you. It doesn't seem like It would, because you're just sitting here. You're not expending a huge amount of energy, but your brain's constantly working, and so I think you're just kind of mentally tired.
Yep. It.
There we go. Robin Miller likes your beard.
Yep.
I'm working
I
on
earned
mine.
every one of those white hairs.
It's getting there, and this is too. So, Visible River Ranch says coins isn't my business. I like them a lot. Hey, that's all you got to do to like them. And even if you were to sub to the channel and never come back, it's a number in the system. Believe me, there's a lot of that happens out there. That's
Oh yeah.
that's why you see streams that have 50,000 people sub to them and 12 people that show up.
Yep. Well, even like I don't know, use Mr. Beast. He has 180 million subs, but you watch his videos and 600,000 people watch it out of 180 million. I mean, that's what 3%.
That's a fraction, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but would I take his 3%? Yeah, of course.
Oh, heck yeah.
Send him on my way. I'll take that 3%.
3% of a big number is still a big number.
Exactly. Not even a beast.
Well, thank you very much, Invisible. I will take that. This is not the normal stream that we do, Visible. Usually we open the rolls straight out of the box, and we hunt through those looking for the silver and a few of the other like the 74 DDO and the 82P no FGs. But I don't know if you've caught one of those. You can see one of those on my stream. Okay, no, that's cool. I appreciate that. He's a little more of a lurker than maybe the average person. So that's cool.
Well, there's a lot of channels I lurk in.
Yeah. Oh, I've just found that I don't have the time to spend all my energy chatting with everybody.
Exactly.
So
you type in at one time, and next thing you know, whoosh.
Yeah. Did you hang out on Will's last night?
Yeah, for a while.
How'd that go?
Lori lost. AK beat her.
Yeah.
He ended up getting the star and the box coin or triangle or whatever it was. He ended up getting both of them.
Oh man.
And even with that, it came down to melt value, and it was only like 3 grams different in melt value.
So
it was close. Yeah, they just take everything, add it all together, or just do all silver melt for everything.
Oh, okay.
And that's how they consider. Because I mean, one of the things he gave away was a 50% Canadian dollar, I think, and an 80%. I think they were both Canadian. I can't remember now. I don't know. That was yesterday. I can't remember back that far. Oh, hot shop.
Dogs usually have a little something on their mind, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, they're just yapping. So
we get our other dog back tomorrow.
Which one, the whitey?
Yeah, the little white one. I don't know if I told you what happened there, but about 11 days ago, we were, well, what was it? I was driving somewhere, I think. Oh, it was a week ago Friday. I was driving over to help load a moving trailer with some stuff. Our church collects items and takes them to people kind of getting a new start down in the inner city. So they
Right.
need a chair or couch or something. And so I was on my way over to help load that up. And I get a call from my wife. She had ordered something and I guess pizza, and had Pizza Hut had delivered it. And the little 12-pound white dog, now she's the oldest of the bunch, but she does not like people coming to our door.
Really?
Yeah. Now she knows you. She'll still bark at you, but she'll get over it a little quicker once you're inside. But so far as like delivery person or something, she does not like them. She's nipped at people before. This time she drew blood,
Uh-oh.
and we hadn't exactly kept all the records up to date on her.
Right.
So she had spent the last 10 days living at the city pound in quarantine.
Yep.
And so, yeah, my wife has not been in the best of moods because that's her dog.
I swear they waited till they know I'm online, and then they start doing this.
They wrestling around again,
Oh, yeah.
just showing their teeth and growling.
Yeah, that's, I mean, they go for each, they try to get each other's collar and do a little twist, but
Yeah.
Kira's got because she's
Thanks, Robin Miller.
a boxer mix. She's got extra jowl skin, and she'll get a hold of that and just go, and she'll just lay there like, yeah, whatever. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. And Lucky now weighs more than Kira does. We weighed Lucky yesterday. She's 5 months old today. She weighs 40 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Her paws are
Growing up
about this big.
Sam, we haven't found much. Well, I guess we did find one. Let me put it back under the scope and get your opinion on it, Sam. Do we have a DDO there or not? I kind of feel like the tops of the U and the leg of the R have some. There's a ding on the S that makes it really hard to see, but it does look maybe just a touch wider. Yes, sir. All right. Because we're also coming up here to take a look at this, and boy, that might be the clearest view we've gotten so far there. I think, yeah, right there you can kind of see the split on the left side of the serif, and kind of the line. It looks like it's been doled off of there at the end of the right side serif. Maybe a little extra at the bottom, but Taz, I don't know if you know Sam Wilson, but besides being the new Captain America, he knows a thing or two about his coin varieties.
Cool.
So now I feel better about my find here. You should have seen him in action at Tulsa. He found dealers that had 74 Kennedys out for sale, and they didn't even realize it. But he gets to looking at them, and he found 3 accented hairs.
64s.
Yes.
You said 74.
Oh, I meant 64s. Then.
Yeah, as soon as you said the accented hair, then I knew it was 64.
So
I would have just bought them and not said anything.
Well, I think they still got a good deal on them because I think he got one and RFT bought a couple, and they were getting them for around $20 a piece or so. They were definitely worth more than that.
What now? Was it a regular dealer or one of the YouTubers?
Um, they also had 374D DDOs in the bin. They were marked. Okay.
Because I know that,
I
as
forget
you know,
I forget who it was. I think it was just kind of those guys that have them in the bins. So probably a more of a standard dealer.
yeah,
Good night, Irish Collector. Yeah, I know it's late over there. Better grab some sleep while you can.
yeah, it's got to be what 10 p.m. there, 10 or
Yeah, I
11.
know for Tomic, they did not have a YouTube channel, Sam says. So
Okay. Yeah, because I know that when we were up at Grove, the dealers come around and thought, oh, these YouTube people know nothing, and they tried to lowball you on everything. Like you didn't know.
yeah,
We can take advantage of these guys because they don't know anything. They found out wrong.
they found out we're just as proud as they are.
Yep,
We just don't make it our only business.
exactly.
At least not all of us. Now, yeah, if anybody went up to like Keith and Angel,
Well, yeah.
they'd find out real quick. Yeah, YouTube's the side gig there.
At 10 p.m. Yeah, I was right on the time. See, I'm used to being in Vegas, Pacific time, Europe, England, and stuff was 8 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So I forgot to deduct 2 hours off from now being in Central.
Coin politics. Yep. There's coin politics. There's coin drama. There's coin sniping. If you can do it with anything else, you can do it with coins. Well, there you go. That sounds like good business then, Sam. Okay, so the thing about the redeems being on StreamYard, I'm not going to have the redeems popping up like that. If I could figure out how to do that, I would love to, but I do not have that. I don't have the secret process on how to make that work. I know Will does it, but I think he's basically
running two different screens.
Yeah, and I don't know how you only put one of them out if you're running them at the same time like that.
Well, I think his redeems are on Stream Lab because he doesn't run StreamYard that often.
Well, I mean, to be able to do what we're doing here with this chat, he's on StreamYard most of the time.
Well, yeah, if he's going to bring somebody up, he has to be on StreamYard because they make it so difficult to do it on Streamlabs that you got to go through hoops unless you want to pay the extra money and pay him $20 some a month to have the Ultra.
What was that? Visible River Ranch says I talked with Silver Seeker's wife about aliens on their Discord, then they deleted me.
Wow.
Okay.
Sam, I see your comment down there. I actually have a duplicated 2013 Star Note in the 250,000 run at Great Collections now being graded at PCGS with the other one that I found. I found the other guy lives in Washington. We sent them in. We're getting them graded and putting them up for auction as soon as they come back.
Wow.
We are the first ones of the 250,000 run that's ever been matched. All the rest of them are the 3.2 mil or So we have rare. My note, unfortunately, is probably not going to come back better than probably, I'm guessing, 25. I have the DC note. He has the the Fort Worth note,
Yeah.
and his is in better condition than mine, but it's newer. But we're hoping we're hoping it because of no, because it's in the lower run and nobody else has been able to match one of those low numbers, that we're going to get some
Yeah.
money on that.
Yeah.
Have you, Sam? Have you put it up on? Who cares? The deal is it's an error because they accidentally made two different the same numbers. Okay.
Yeah. I think he's just kind of like, it's duplicated. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just playing.
Yeah. If you had both the notes, you would care.
Oh yeah.
With the exact same numbers, I guarantee you would care.
That's what you're counting on. Somebody caring.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna put something up here and show you. See what your thoughts are. Gotta pull it out of a book first.
Yeah, we
We'll
can
see
read
up there
Liberty.
on the B and the E, but
Can see most of the feathers.
yeah. Oh, I gotta put my
Great collections. It's not up for auction yet because it hasn't come back from PCGS yet.
so. I don't think this thing's been cleaned. If anything, they'll probably say it's got corrosion. Not going to give away the date yet. Hint of a couple diamonds there. That's kind of the high spot where they kind of wear off quick. Got a couple of the beads on the necklace. But other than that, pretty good detail in the feathers too, I thought.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed. What's the mint mark?
Got all the
shield's
lines.
in good shape.
There's no mint mark. Still got detail in the oak leaves. Feathers on the arrows and sharp arrows. Tentacles are all there. Little something there in the E.
So, a little corrosion.
Yeah.
But the shield is in really good shape.
Huh?
The shield is in really good shape.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, what year would you be happy to get something in that? I think it's in pretty good shape. I don't know if it's a
1895 or 93, 1909.
Nice.
That's why I asked about the mint mark.
Really, any Indian head in this shape, I think, obviously it's worn, but I think people would be happy to get something like that. Yeah.
Now you got everybody saying it.
1871. I don't know what grade that would get, but maybe a 30.
I say I am not a grader. and we all think our stuff is better than it than it really
Yeah.
is.
I mean, I looked at it with the PCGS photo grade, and I I felt like it was at least a solid 30. Maybe without the corrosion, it could be higher. But what do you have? Tauntauns over there? If that were a 30, if I could get a 30 out of that, that would be a $340 penny. E isn't there. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's in pretty good shape. You can see all the letters. The E,
Yeah,
I mean, the B is a little worn down. The E,
yeah.
but
The B
I
and the
mean,
E have their issues,
but
but if let's say it doesn't get that good of a grade, which if it's even if it's a 20,
no, it's better than a 20.
that's a 315. If it's a 10, it's 160.
That
So
that's better than a 20.
yeah,
At least my. Who cares? It's a duplicate.
I was looking at one that Paul Spare Time had from the collection that they got here, him and the Treasure Hog, and they were showing some restraint by not keeping all the good stuff and putting it up for auction. And they had one that was pretty worn, and I thought about going after it, but I didn't. It'd been a while since I dove into the book and looked to see how my 71 looked. And once I saw that, I was like, no, I'm out. No, no, I don't need to spend money on the worn one. This is perfectly fine. So we'll get back to what we were planning to do. 63, yeah. I think mine in the 60s are pretty worn. We'll see you later, ta-ta. This is the last roll of the 71Ds that I have to look at. So we did get one DDO out of it. Maybe we'll find another one. That's a little easier having somebody to talk to up here.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh man.
Somebody else can provide some comedic relief. Yeah, I kind of felt like I was starting to get a little blind on these 71Ds, so popping that one out wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I've actually started on my search. I've started looking at the 71s and 73s, like just quickly. Usually, I only look at the 74s and the 72s.
Yeah.
But I figured, let me take a look. Yeah, I don't know. I put it away. I found a 72 D that looks pretty much like that 71 that you had with the S and the T together. And I mean, the lettering is literally just huge. Not so much double, but it's, well, it's, I mean, it's like it got double stamped, but right on top of each other. I mean, it's just, I've never seen, I mean, I probably just haven't really noticed. But I mean, it's just really super big. Oh, I don't know what.
What's the best year 74? I could probably interpret that a couple different ways. What are you really asking? what's the best coin in 74? What's the best find in a 74 or mint? A little more information, please. While we do that, we're going to jump up to 72 Phillies for Stan Horn. So we'll at least add the 71D DDO FS101 to Stan's pouch from yesterday with all that silver in it. He didn't find one silver in either of. He got a whole box, and then he got 20 in the second box. He didn't find one silver in either box. I mean, we skunked yesterday completely, and he still went home with like 690s and 5 quarters. And I mean, we should all be so lucky some days. But at the same time, I don't feel bad about that because when I think about what I charge, which isn't that much, it's kind of on the lower end, but still getting some people some stuff. They're still paying way too much for it in the end, but it feels like we're able to give them something on par with a investment and taking a chance. So, hey, Gatita, I need you to email me because for whatever reason, I'm not finding your email. I meant to email you last night. 74 was a guess at what is the best year to get. I guess which one is most valuable in Kennedy DDOs. Most valuable? Well, let me pull a book down and kind of see what their opinion is. I don't know that there's hard number there.
72 no FG. It's going to be pretty valuable if it's in good condition.
Not a bad place to start.
But if you can get a 64 DDO or a triple DDO in a good condition, that's worth quite a lot too.
That is worth a lot. So the 71D that we're looking for, if you were find it in circulated condition, they're saying about 20 to 30 bucks. So about 20 bucks or less, I guess, because it had some damage.
It would cost you more to get it graded than it's worth.
Yeah, if you found it in uncirculated condition, 50 to 85. 72 Philly, about $35 to $60. In circulated, uncirculated be about 125 to 175. 72D no FG. If you find one of those, about in circulated about $10 to $25. Uncirculated about 50 to 75. 73D DDO circulated about $20 to $40. Uncirculated 80 to 150. And then a 74D, which I know a little something about this. And I'm going to agree with their numbers right here because that's what it proved out to be. In circulated condition, if you find the 74D DDO, about $15 to $35. If it's uncirculated, about 75 to 150. And that's the one that we found what seemed like just a really nice looking 74D. We found the DDO. It was a Jim Cantor find. So I sent it off to him. He routed it to Treasure Hog, who had vouchers for PCGS to send it in for grading. They sent it in. It came back a 64. And so that one has a retail value of $100. So, yeah, I would say their numbers is right there kind of in the middle.
We go down to the 64s.
What's that?
Go down to the 64 DDOs.
4 DDOs?
Yeah. Or it got if you could find the TD, the triple die.
So this book doesn't go back into the 64s to look at, so I'd have to look those up.
Ah,
Yeah, they're definitely worth money.
yeah.
That's
I'll look it
and
up.
that I mean, answering that question kind of answers why I spend time doing this, because you find a silver $50 it's worth about $10, $12, whatever the market bears, right?
Yep.
You find a error, like this one right here, that's worth 2 silvers right there.
Okay.
So I'll let you look up the 64s. I assume that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Answer your phone, Twinkle Bell.
I just sent him a text. I'll call you back. Let's see.
That will?
No, it was a friend of mine from Vegas.
Oh, I got you. I guess they're having some flooding in Vegas.
Oh, did you see the video for I-15 heading out of Vegas state line? Though they basically had down to like 1.5 lanes going out of town that were usable, and then just before you got to state line, it curved and went all the way across the freeway. It just literally just stopped everybody.
Wow.
It was like a parking lot. All right, where are they?
Crazy.
I'm seeing the 64Ds. Why am I not showing? Because I got the red book. And it's not showing the DDOs.
I usually just look them up on PCDS.
Yeah, I think I'll just pop it in there.
Order. Trade it to someone who sent it to PCDS 62 or $750, only 15 graded. Wow. Hopefully you got a good deal on it.
All right.
Just hate that when you hold on to something that valuable and then you don't.
Okay.
Okay, one more roll of 72s.
Let's see. Let's go down here because that's going to be more towards their grades. Okay, the 64 DDOs, about $20. You get the quadruple. Unfortunately, they don't show a lot of the grades unless you get above 60. 60 and above is only $65.
Well, it sounds like you didn't do too bad, G-Dub. Could have done better, could have done worse.
Ooh. I like this. My 60. I get a 64D. MS. It's a MS 66. It's up to $150 now. I like that.
Are you on PCDS?
Yes. And that's the capsule is it's in a PCGS holder.
Okay. Hey, check.
I had one little tiny little scratch in the field.
Yeah.
Which probably cost me that extra grade of 67.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference between that, the 66 and the 67, 150 for the 66, $600 for the 67.
Oh.
Yep.
I haven't looked in a while. If you have a chance, look up a 3-cent silver for me, 1852 XF40.
Let me go back. There you are.
Howdy, West Side.
you said 1862?
52.
1852 penny?
No, 3-cent silver.
Oh, 3-cent silver. There it is, right there. Come on. What you looking at it at grade?
XF40.
So 40, 1853, 165.
How about is that a 52 or a 53 that you saw?
It's 53.
That's a 52.
Now 52 is the same price. 165.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
They're both the exact same price.
That's almost doubled in price since I bought it.
That's a good thing.
That's a really good thing. I'm happy with that.
51.0 would really be nice in that grade.
Yeah.
350.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be doing any Trime books yet.
Oh, wow.
Would be fun though, because the later in the years that they made them, they didn't make many.
$1863's 1500 or no 875, and that 1864 is 1,000, 65 900, 1,000 out of 66, 1,100 out of 7, 2250 on an 8.
As you guys can probably tell, we're looking at the 73Ds now for the DDO. Like Handy Andy might be coming on here soon. Donator EOS cleanup. So,
You've been getting a lot of
73s, then we got 77Ds, then we'll get on the 72Ds. We have a bunch of those to look at, but it'll go quick, so we're not going to be on too much longer. Westside says he's done sending Morgans in for grading. He can't make out the clean. Boy, they're picky as hell on Morgan, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And, I mean, rightfully so, but sometimes it does make you wonder. And that could be on anything, but people love their Morgans, and so I'm sure they've got a keen eye on them.
Yeah, the only Morgan that I want to send in is that 82 Carson City, the GSA. Yep. That one's in beautiful shape.
I should, when my dad gets around to it, I should be getting from him one that my grandmother had. I forget what year it was, but when he had me come down and take a look at the small box of things that he got from her, let's just say that there's some old silver certificates, but they were almost rolled up into like the size of a cigarette.
Oof.
And I'm like, well, they're silver certificates. That's what you can say about them.
And that's all you can say.
What's that?
That's all you can say about them too.
That's all you can say. Yeah.
Unless they're at least in the 1920s.
And the he had some peace dollars in there, a couple Morgans, and I got to looking at the Morgans, and you know, when you see a mint mark, you get a little excited. When you see 2 mint marks, you get real excited, and it doesn't matter what Morgan it is. And he had one in there that had 2 little CCs on it, and so I just kind of sat back and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you've got one." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, if those 2 letters weren't right there, you'd have about a $30 Morgan dollar." Those two letters right there put about $100 of value on it at minimum. So he was just like, really? And I'm like, yeah. Just got to know what you're looking for, man. So since I found that, he knows that he's got it. I looked him square in the eye. It's like the one time that I could come to my dad with more knowledge than him and be like, you don't take that anywhere. You don't trade it in. You don't get it appraised.
Don't
And
clean it.
sell it off. It comes here. He's like, I got you. There's only one other thing that I didn't approach in the same way. It's more with my mother-in-law. When her husband died, he was into remote control planes and worked in the aircraft industry forever as an electrical engineer. Before he died, they were going through some stuff, and we came across a space shuttle mission patch from the Challenger mission, the one that didn't go so well. So I'm just like, I would give you my right arm to have that. That's pretty cool stuff in my book. Tragic, but cool. Poppy, how we doing?
Coining around. Look at the.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
I was going, wait a second. That's like,
Well,
we got a new
happen.
person. Then I saw the coining around.
I mean, the name is Poppy, though, so I don't know. Maybe there's. Which one are you? Are you Poppy? Are you coining around? Or are you both?
Or are you just messing around?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Got a couple of these here that would be really nice if they were DDOs, but not to be. I thought the speaker was picking these up. This music, I should say. Got my first plus designation, which is nice, but had it as a 68 though. Oh.
Well, it's still better than a 68.
Yeah, exactly. Not too much more room there to improve.
You almost hit 69.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's just some damage on the end of that S. I don't think that's doubling. Now, the cool thing is on that one, if we're curious, we can come up here and you look along the left side of the B, which is kind of ugly. You can look along the left side of the I.
And it's not there.
Left side of the L. And if you see a little bit of extra metal, it's not a lot, but just a little on each one of those, then you've got a DDO, and that did not have it. So that's how we confirm them if we're questioning. I think that's just damage too. So nope, nothing there. I gotta find a car for the missus, man. Tell me you know of somebody. Tell me you know a guy.
You don't want to come down here. Their prices are ridiculous here.
I don't want to be here. I can spend the same amount of money on a car today with 100,000 miles that I spent when I first got out of college for a car that was 1 year old.
Yeah, I know.
The scary thing is 30 years ago when that happened, you still expected to get about 100,000 miles out of a car. Well, now you get one that's got 100,000 miles on it, and they're still saying, well, it's still got 100,000 miles of life on it.
And depending on what the person did, what had it originally.
Right. Yeah. Problem is, yeah, you've got all the wear and tear of the first 100,000 on it. We thought we had the right one, though, and they had the Carfax there. I was looking through it, and it had been in repeatedly for air conditioner problems. And as we were driving it, it was a hot day. I noticed that my side wasn't air conditioning very well, and hers was marginal. So I'm like, okay. So the Carfax is not lying. If I see something on there like air conditioning that's repeated like that, I gotta walk away. That means they're chasing something they haven't been able to figure out, and air conditioning will get expensive quick. Just my thought on it. Woof. There was one time those dogs were growling when I was showing that Indian head. I thought you had a tauntaun over there with you. If you remember
now
what
they're
those
just
are.
running around.
You remember what a tauntaun is?
Oh, you're talking to me? No,
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah. If you remember, like the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back movie where he's on the ice planet and running around on that critter that was up on two legs. Eventually, they had to sacrifice it to keep Luke warm when they found him. And the tauntaun, they make kind of a distinct.
Wow.
Tom is a drum. Yeah. The taun, Taun. Looking at the 77D now.
You see Invisible River Ranch, how many miles he has on his car?
440 billion miles on it. I get that. I had a cousin that had a Jeep Cherokee. He must have put 400,000 miles on that thing. So they just kept it alive long enough. So what did he get when he finally got rid of it? A new Jeep Cherokee. I would think if you drive one for 440,000 miles or so, that you ought to let places like Jeep know. They'd love to use that as advertising. Maybe they'll make you a great deal on the next one and set you up for the next 440. First engine made at 380,000. That's a lot of miles.
From eBay Motors.
That's to the moon and a pretty significant portion of the way back, about 2/3 of the way back to Earth. eBay Motors. I don't even like to look at coins on eBay, let alone motors.
Yeah, I don't trust eBay. There's too many scam artists out there.
I did use eBay before going to Tulsa to help price a few things. That's where I got the Engelhart bars, those 1 ounces that you had a year ago.
Right.
You know what? Some guy was turning his nose up at $35 or something like that on them. He wanted to get them down to like 25 or so. And I was like, go out to eBay and see what they sell for. I felt perfectly justified asking 50.
Yep. When I was there, I was asked it. I was asking 45,
Yeah.
and I had people doing that, and that's like, that's fine. I got them now in all in capsules, and the only Engelhart bars that I don't have are the ones that I traded with you. The rest of them are encapsulated. I'll hold on to them.
Yep.
They're only going to go up in value.
Yeah, you do. Well, in fact, here, yeah, you got to be careful with coins. I agree, and not that I've done much business with that, but even through like online auctions where you're getting a picture of what you're buying, but not really, you know, being able to hold it, see it, inspect it. Having gotten a few of those things in the past, I just here recently was like, well, I got my book out. I've never really done this. I just took a magnet page to page to page, and everything checks. It's not magnetic. So I feel good about the silver I've bought through that now. I feel better. I did have one that had. Um, I had one that stuck, and it was a really nice looking Morgan. And I just kind of was like, no kidding. It's magnetic. That's not right. Then I got to looking behind it, and I had like, oh, the family had gotten me like a little Chiefs medallion, and it went right through the Morgan and stuck to that. So once I held up the page with the Morgan in it and then put the magnet to it, it was better. Yeah, if you can't see it and return it, forget it. Yeah, I had to be real careful. I did get burned a few times during COVID when I got into some of the online auctions, but for the most part, they've worked out. I've gotten some nice surprises through there too. Perplex Mind, how's it going? We're just about to wrap things up. I've got about 5 more rolls of the 72Ds to look at, and then we're going to be done for the coin portion of this. I think I'm a little bit ahead of pace, even with a couple little detours in thought and inspection here. So I gotta go get the new printer and set it up. I got tired of fighting with the printer upstairs, so I just was like, you know what? The channel has been good to me, so I will use it to support the channel. So let's see, that one is on its way. It's probably on its last legs of being an FG, but it's there. Now, I don't know if it's just that psychologically I know it's there. If I were to pick this up and look at it with a loop, I'd still see it. I'd actually probably see it better than this up close because, like, when you turn it this way, it practically disappears. But I would bet that the PCGS doesn't just say, oh, look, it's not there. They're looking at it with less magnification, like a loop, and they're going to look at it all the way around. So it's there. Unfortunately, no FG for that one. That's about as close as you can get without it being. You need to go to the big time auctions. Well, the bad thing about the big time auctions is it takes a lot of big time money. And I am not big time money. Did I ever show you that trade dollar I got in Tulsa?
I thought you sent me a picture of it.
I might have.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you got time. I might break that out. I was kind of bragging on it earlier.
I'm pretty sure you did, but that's been a while, so.
You'd look at it again.
Oh, yeah. I don't have any trade dollars.
But they sure are nice. Yep. Well, Visible Ranch, for coming in to lurk, I definitely appreciate the interaction you've given. So that's definitely been nice. It
I'm
helps.
on coppers.
Black Watch, the Pittman and Cross auctions were quite something. I have not been to one of those or seen them.
About a half hour.
You gotta get out.
No, it's just we're gonna barbecue a steak.
I need to get stuff out of the
Whoa,
freezer and thaw it out real quick.
there we go. That's better.
I don't know why I wasn't thinking on Friday why I didn't get brisket out of the freezer and do something fun with it over the weekend. Oh,
And then
ooh. That's pretty close.
yeah, but you can still see, yep, you can still see the top of it. Yeah, you can see the loop on the G right there.
Now the question will be, when we back off the magnification, can we see it? So I know what you're saying. Are those the tops you're thinking?
Well, it looks like the one line that looks like the bottom
Right.
loop of the G.
Right about there, you can kind of see most of it.
Yep.
Whew.
It's close.
Yeah, that's that's close enough that even mentally knowing it's there,
I've got one that when you turn it around up on the F, all you see is like just a little
yeah.
dash. And you don't see anything else. But you can see that just a little dinky little bit of a dot. And I wouldn't even send that in because it would seem to me that they're going to say, "Oh no, there's part of the F's there."
Yeah.
I can see it.
And
the coin isn't in very good shape either.
When I tilt it, I can kind of see it under a loop. But I mean, it's faint. I might just set that one aside and ask somebody like a Shannon Smith on that one. Yeah, that one's super close.
Mounds. Yeah.
If it's not, that's about as close as you can get. I bet you the next polish took it off. Comes a toasty one. Well, see that one I can see even better right there.
Yeah.
There's a real nice one. That'd be nice if it had it or didn't have it, but that's not going to happen. So I like these. I can go pretty quick because it's kind of like it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there. Then there's the one that's like, is it? Oh, I stayed up too late last night.
Yeah, me too. Then I woke up like 3 times.
Got on the backstage with Coin Around and those guys, and there was some pretty crazy times. It's they're interesting bunch when the
lights go out.
When the lights go out, yeah. William was in rare form. You could tell he was feeling better. All the energy was back. had some filters on his cameras that, you can always change yourself. You darn near look like a woman if you want, or you can look like Darth Vader, or whatever the filter you choose is. He had some pretty good ones, and he had some website that it was just like all these different people with cameras, almost like a chat room with cameras, and just they kind of come in one at a time, and they can come in, they can leave, they can do all that. He had a filter on that I'm gonna say, for a guy with a beard, it filtered it out pretty good, made him look very, very female, let's say. And you couldn't hear what he was saying or what they were saying, but there's a couple times when it's like, okay, you'd get a guy on there and it'd be kind of like, oh, look at you. And then you could see William say something, and you have to just imagine that it's in a deep voice. And then the guy's like, out of here. So, but he had one guy that camera was initially on the ceiling, and then he swung it around, and we got a show.
Mm-hmm.
He was happy to see us.
Who's the guy that used to come on Will's all the time? It was Prospector.
Partridge?
Partridge, yeah.
Yeah, haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't seen him in quite a while.
I saw that he had a video come out. I saw a little update, but it was several weeks ago, and that was the first time in months I'd seen anything. I think he was trying to like re-pour their rings again or something like that. I'm just like, he's a funny guy. We had some good times hanging out with him, me and Will, when I was out on the road. Had nothing else to do.
I think the last time that he was on Will's, he kind of embarrassed himself with the way he was doing something and tried to explain something, and everybody else noticed what he was doing except him.
Uh-oh.
He may not have been there, but
no.
It was
not safe for work.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the one blip he had that somebody came in and started airing feet. I don't know if you ever heard that story. No. It didn't stay up very long, but it was long enough that people saw it. It's something that should not have come across YouTube. We'll just put it that way. It was very explicit.
Well, that's no good. Moving out to Arizona, that's where the ranch will be. Okay. Where are you moving from? Hey, Tammy Richards, good to see you. I will have to send you some information on somebody that you probably ought to just go ahead and block. It's a name that you might know out here, but Nancy discovered some pretty troubling information about him, and I'm okay because I haven't really gotten any kind of online relationship or really much communication with this person, and so it will be a little lost to me. But she sent me a text. I could send it to you.
Okay.
We're just about to wrap up, Tammy. I've got my last roll of 72Ds here to look at. We've had a couple close calls. Found one DDO out of almost, what'd I say? Almost, probably in excess of 250, maybe 270 $half today.
Oh. Huh.
You know what I haven't heard on your end is a train. No trains passing by today, huh?
Yeah, that's shocking.
Usually.
Yeah. You know, it was funny is yesterday I was doing the box and was it Chris Helms goes, "Where's your trains?" No sooner did he say that. But it is a holiday. So
That's true.
that's probably, I mean, I honestly, I don't even, I guess I hear him so much it just I kind of block it out. I don't think I've even heard a train today.
Huh.
I'm sure there has been.
I know you've kind of got accustomed to them. It's usually us on this end that hear them. So
I love it when Will's in there, just because it drives him crazy.
yep. Well,
And then
guys, here's the two finds that we've got. We got this 71D DDO. It's not as crisp as it could be, but it's there. And then what we think may or may not be, well, see right there, I see it even
yeah,
easier under a lot of magnification.
yeah,
But again, we're using more than what they do at PCGS, and when I had the loop on it, it's really iffy. So we'll see. Lead singer of the band Smash Mouth died in the past 24 hours. I heard last night from William that he was ill or in poor health. And so, yeah, I didn't realize it would be that quick when he passed, but I heard that earlier. My son let me know. So,
yeah. But unfortunately, a lot of those guys they really abuse themselves.
yeah, not just their voice.
Yeah,
So, lost him. We lost Jimmy Buffett.
I was really surprised. I was looking. There was a deal on YouTube. Who's
Oh,
lost? Who we've lost so far this year?
yeah. I'll refocus this. This is the one that was graded by Jim Cantor.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
There's that 74 DDO that graded at a 64. The bad thing is apparently right about there on it. The picture that they had taken at PCGS for it, I went and looked it up by the catalog number and the picture there. And it's like, oh, well, some idiot put his thumb right there. So it forever has my fingerprint on it. Yeah, that FG did kind of pop out on that, but again, it's kind of like that whole we've got higher magnification, so I don't really know if that's enough to make a difference or not. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, because don't they only use either 8 or 10, up to 8 or 10 magnification?
Yeah, something like that. Or I thought maybe it was even five time.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not
Jacobs,
sure.
how we doing?
Okay, I guess I'm stupid. What is some of them cats are up all night? Is that a song that Smash Mouth did or something? I mean, because a lot of people are saying it, and I don't understand
I don't know
what people are talking about.
Cat is from Florida. I'm from New Jersey. Sounds like liver failure got him. But hey, I didn't tell you this, and I know you have some feelings on RFT and all that, but I don't know. At some point in the past, I had gotten like one of those kind of mystery rolls of pennies from him, and got, I guess I can get rid of went out and got one of those RFT rounds, his old logo. Well, this one was numbered 373 out of 500. Okay. Nothing special there. But when he was down at a show, he's got a new logo and he got new channel rounds. And I was like, well, there's a chance, there's an opportunity to get the match one with the new logo. Get 373 on that one. Well, turns out he hasn't gone more than 200 yet. Or no, he had a 500 on, max was 500 on here. Max on his latest run was 300. So I couldn't get to 373 there. So he just pulls one out and says, here, you hang on to this. This will be a placeholder. And I'm trying to get it out here so I can show you. He gives me one as a placeholder. I figure he's just pulling some random one out. This might override me wanting to get the match number at 373.
Two of 300.
You want to know who's got number one?
Well, either him or see, I don't know if why can't I think of his name? He is there to show with his dog.
Or Raven or Seeker?
No. The disabled guy. Well, he's got he played with his dog at the coin show.
Oh, Teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if Teacher, I mean, I haven't been on his channel in so long. I don't know if Teacher is in there anymore.
At Tulsa, we were right next to Teacher again.
Really?
Kevin was further away at a separate table this year, but Teacher had his own. They're in the same group that Pa had bought up a bunch of tables, and we joined him there. So we did a bunch of talking. I made a few buys, trades with him there, but no, I thought it was pretty cool to have number two.
Yeah.
I can't get any lower.
Well, you could, but
I'd be getting the one that he won't give up.
Yeah. Or he's already you figure Charlani said it. It was funny is one of my coins that I got.
This should be Charlani's.
One of my $50 I had yesterday, somebody had written in on the coin RFT.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say it.
He's faking that.
I mean, but it was just funny is how a coin, somebody wrote on a coin like that and it ended up here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go on his channel anymore. I got really disenchanted when he wouldn't even let me put up my my link in it. And I know he knows who I am.
Oh yeah. Maybe he feels bad he didn't complete that deal with you.
Oh, I'm not. I mean, honestly, he would have made out if he would have made that deal. Because now it's those 3 coins are worth in probably 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could sell them for less than that, but I mean, I wouldn't take anything less. I mean, before we were going to go down the middle and go right about 850, and now I wouldn't for those 3 coins. I wouldn't take less than 1,100.
Yeah,
because just the one coin alone. Even if as long as it gets graded out as a 20, is a $1,000 to $1,100 coin at a 20.
Yeah. Yep. Well, man, it's about 5 o'clock. I probably have some dinner to make. Sounds like you had steaks that you were waiting on, so I think I'll go ahead and just kind of wrap things up. And
Yep.
Now I have all my my $50 ready to take them back to the bank. So that's a good place to be at the end of a Monday.
I'm gonna drop my link one more time just in case anybody would like to come check me out.
Yeah, please do. That would be awesome if everybody would go over and check out Tasman. You usually get a stream going, what, about 1 p.m. Central on Sunday?
Yeah, Thursday at 4 p.m. Central, I do a box of quarters, and Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central, I do a box of halves.
So you can. It's kind of funny the way that Sundays start to line up. I kind of resisted urge to call somebody the pre-show, but if I was just focused on me, I'd say, well, you can join Taz for the pre-show and coin it around for the post-show. But coin around kind of says that I'm their pre-show, so
Yeah.
nobody's pre and post. We all just kind of line it up, and you can hop from one to the other and spend like all of your Sunday looking at coin people if you really try hard. Because I think Frostbite's on at like 9, Coin Crew's on around 10 or 11.
I think it's 11.
Sir Benji's on. Then there's you. Then there's me. Then there's Coining Around and 5 other people. Raven, T. Levette, Handy Andy now. I think he's moved to Sunday night. There's Silver Keys, I think.
There's plenty of people to watch on Sunday.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So
I picked Sunday because originally there wasn't that many people on Sunday, and I picked a little bit earlier time to try and get in before some of the afternoon people came in. Because usually I'll have people in and I'll lose. They'll go between yours and mine when you come on, and they'll say, "Hey, I'm going to run over to Coppers. I'll be back in a little bit." That's fine.
Yep, it all works out. So, well, you know what? Next time you want to do something like this, let me know. I'll come join you on yours, and we'll see if we can give you some numbers and some hours and all that kind of stuff. So I've got.
Well, if you have a Sunday
I've got
that you
penny boxes and
so I don't have any penny boxes at all.
See what's hiding back there? There's.
Yep. I mean, I can pick them up.
I haven't done a box battle lately, but I know Will wanted me to do that $50 one. I'm just
honestly, you guys would have both lost.
Yep.
Neither you didn't get any silver yesterday, right?
I got no silver. I got 1 proof and like 14 NIFCs, 2 of which were 87s.
And I got the 140, and I think I got 8 NIFCs. But no, I didn't get a proof. Will got nothing on his box. Well, if you'd have saved the one box, the last box he did on Friday or Saturday or whatever, if you had have saved it for Sunday, it was a skunker.
I got to look here and see. I've got.
Thank you, Blackwatch.
I thought I had like 4 or 5 weeks in a row of finding a proof. I guess it's not. I had 2 weeks in a row of finding proofs, but I found 7 proofs in those 2 weeks. And then I don't go more than about 2 or 3 weeks without finding a proof most of the time. Earlier this year, it was pretty thin, but
yeah, I don't find that many proofs, which is kind of surprising because the proofs are not really.
Yeah.
And the other thing I haven't found is an 87. I cannot believe I have not found an 87.
Yeah. I hadn't had an 87 in quite a while, and then we had both a P and a D last night in separate boxes, and the boxes were not sister boxes. They were from 2 different banks. That was kind of strange.
Yep.
But I've got 30 proofs for the year, and I only had 32 all of last year.
Oops. Now I'm really curious. I just thought in a perplexed mind says I feel he's starstruck. I wonder. I know. I know.
We're still humble here, man.
It definitely is not me. That's for darn sure.
Oh my God, there's trouble.
Oh, it's the hoarder. Yeah, if anybody wants to look at some of my my first videos, go way back, like video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'll tell you, they were bad. They've gotten a lot better.
We're all bad.
I go back there and
Hello,
watch them when I want to get a good laugh. I just go back and watch them again and just like, wow, I was really that bad. And people are still subbing me. That's amazing.
I can hear the redeem he just did to himself. Dun dun
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. But nobody else can hear it.
Or you can hear that the little voice that he has. Dun, dun, dun.
Man, we could tell some stories.
Maybe I'm a little bit
of
on
our
that
late
kick.
night.
My kids just watched the Minion movies over the weekend and looped me into watching them too. So, I speak Minion now.
And one of these times, I wear my Minion T-shirt onto my stream. You don't get nothing, you lose. Good day, sir.
I think I've got about 16 shipping labels to print now. So hopefully the new printer works. That would be good.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be too much longer, and I might have to replace this printer I have. It's starting to get like a lot of jams and stuff.
Well, mine, I can be printing to it one print, and then the next one will just be like, nope, there's an error. What? It's offline. I don't.
And it's wireless, right?
I don't have the. Well, it used to be, and it is for some, but I did put a Cat5 cable between it and the router now, so it's plugged in, but it still sits there and gives me error. And I've rebooted and I've refreshed and I've done everything I can think to do. I'm just convinced this thing is haunted.
Mine just old. But
so
anyway, I'll use it until it dies.
You know what week it is? Thursday night, guys.
Do they have a game tonight, or the first game is on Thursday?
First game's on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, there might be a college game yet today.
Yeah, there is a college game tonight.
Well, that's good.
I can't remember. It's a higher ranked team.
Yeah.
I watched that TCU game last night, or not TCU. LSU game.
Yeah.
In Florida State, that was a ass whooping. Florida State said we're not going to.
Brian Kelly. Do you see his interview afterward?
No.
You had Brian Kelly saying, "I don't know who we thought we were," and I'm like, "You're LSU. You're in the SEC. I know exactly who you thought you were. You haven't won anything, and you probably put yourself right up there with Georgia."
Yep. But it was like
looks like Will's dealing with the post-40 technology blues.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to Lost. There's Lost right there.
Post 60. Halfway to 70.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I guess since I turned 50, I guess between the three of us, we've got one in each decade now.
Yep. Then I think I have at least one person that comes to well, I know you do. At least one person that's in their 70s.
Yep.
But I was looking at my analytics this morning, and I was looking at my audience, You know, I'm still pulling down 29.5% female. It's just
Wow.
it boggles my mind.
Old bald guy, chick magnet.
Yeah. My wife is just like, who are they those? She goes, yeah, I'm not worried. She shouldn't.
We'll see you later,
All right.
Black Watch. Thanks for
All
stopping
right.
in.
Well,
I hope you'll sub to the channel if you liked what you saw. So I would take that and maybe even head over to Taz and do the same. The ear is back to ringing and some reverbing again. I'm not happy about that. I wouldn't be either. So yeah, that I don't
I
know what
just
to
can't
think
even.
about that. I'm sure you've visited a physician about it.
Yes.
And
Two.
I'm sure what they're saying is there's not much they can do other than just kind of wait it out.
And one of them
If
gave him
it's going
some
to go away, it's
medication.
going to go on its own time. So that's too bad. Did you hit your head or anything like that? I don't remember. Or spend too much time next to some loud music or something? I don't know.
He's
We
just
went to
getting
that
old.
Billy Joel concert a couple weeks ago. It had Stevie Nicks opening for him. I gotta say, for two performers that are in their 70s, that was a pretty damn good show. You must have had a hell of a dream if you hit your head hard enough while you were sleeping to cause your ear to ring.
Here it comes. Finally.
Oh, the train?
Yeah, waited for Will to show up.
The train's happy to see you, Will. You betcha,
All right.
Deborah Walls. I didn't realize you were there. Thank you so much for stopping in. So, well, I better wrap this up.
Yeah.
I've burned another 20 minutes. Yeah, it could be like water in your ear or something like that, but I'm not hearing the train either, Will. So it's not just your ear.
That one really wasn't that loud.
Yeah, that one's a stealth train, I guess. So let's hang it up. You get to
All
your
right.
barbecue, and I'll get to my de-thawing and prep and all the things that goes with that. So
All right.
we'll catch you on the other streams later on,
Yep.
and we'll see you later.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us.
Have a good one.